everyone, welcome back to another flashlight video. Brinyte was kind enough to reach out to me and send me this new PT16 tactical flashlight. Has some really neat features on it I think you'll be interested in. And so we're going to go ahead and go through all the specs on this flashlight, but first I just went ahead and unboxed everything to save time. And so I'll just show you everything that comes in the box with this flashlight once we take a look at the box itself. We'll go through all that, and we'll go through all the specs, and then we'll go through the UI and take it outside and see how it lights up the dark. So very happy that Brinyte reached out to me on the PT16. It's been a while since I've had a flashlight of theirs on the channel, and I've been very impressed with their flashlights thus far. And so very nice there. So this is one of their newer flashlights. It's the back of the box. So in the box, you're going to get this is a 21700 lithium-ion flashlight. So you get a 21700 lithium-ion battery that's in the box here. So I'm sure that's sent this way to prevent any issues with shipping. This is a USB-C rechargeable light. So you do get a USB-C cable with it, which is here. You do get a nice lanyard. It says Brinyte on it, and it is adjustable, so you can adjust it to your liking, which is always nice. I always like when the lanyards are adjustable. You do get 2 spare O-rings with a flashlight, and you get a registration card, so you can register the flashlight for your warranty, and you get a user manual. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the user manual up on screen, so you should be seeing that now. And when this is fully extended out, you can see there's 2 sides to the manual. So first I'll show the first side, and now I'll go ahead and show the second side. So at any point you can pause the video, take a screenshot or what have you to take a closer look at the user manual if you wish. Like I said, we will go through all the specs. So let me go ahead and clear all this stuff out of the way here. We'll leave the battery there because, well, yeah, we'll show the battery here shortly. But we'll move everything else out of the way, and we'll take a closer look at the flashlight itself. So Brinyte PT16. So let's talk about the specs on this flashlight while we take a look at it here. This has a Luminus LED. They don't specify the exact LED type, but they do say it's a Luminous LED, good for 50,000 hours of runtime, which should pretty much last a very long time. So very nice there. This does have what they call a high efficiency constant current circuit. And what this does is it helps with the flashlight having constant brightness without flicker. So sometimes, especially in some of the older flashlights, you'll see, not specifically Brinyte, but just flashlights in general, you'll see a flickering on the LED. So this constant current circuit, high efficiency constant current circuit, helps eliminate that. So that's very nice. This is made of an aerospace aluminum, an A6061-T6 aluminum, which does have a hard anodized type 3 anti-abrasive finish. So it is type 3 hard anodized. So very nice there. Hopefully my autofocus is being kind. It's got some nice knurling on here. It is rather grippy. Size-wise, pretty good size here. You can see how they made the tail cap so it's easy to get your thumb to the 2 buttons. This does have 3 switches. So you have the side switch, and you have the 2 tail switches. So you have a momentary and a click on for turbo, and a instant strobe here. So very nice there. Again, this is a tactical flashlight, so very nice. I do really like tactical flashlights. You can see just slightly off camera, I still have the Brinyte PT18 Oathkeeper Pro. So been very impressed with the Oathkeeper series flashlights that we've done on the channel previously. All right, so you saw the dual tilt switches. You do have the power indicator light, like I said here, and this actually has multiple purposes. So when you turn the flashlight on, this will remain on for 4 or 5 seconds or what have you. If it's solid green, it means your battery percentage is between 70 and 100%. If it's solid orange, your battery percentage is between 30 and 70%. If it's solid red, your battery percentage is between 10 and 30%. And if it's flashing red, your battery is at 10% or less, and you probably need to recharge or replace the battery prior to any extended use. So good to know there. This light also, once the light is turned off, this light does remain on, and you can turn this feature off. But the nice thing is, in the dark, this is a black flashlight, so in the dark, you can see where the tail switch is easily. And what I'll do is, I have the Oath Keeper here for that specific reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off for a moment. The light here, and you can see here on the Oath Keeper the LED that's lit to let you see where this button is or switch is at night. It's really nice, guys, I'm going to tell you. And I've had the Brinyte flashlights, the Oath Keepers, for quite some time, and this light does not put a tremendous drain on the battery or anything. It's very minimal. And so I just leave this on all the time. It helps me locate the flashlight, and again, at night. I don't know how many of you out there would agree with this, but I've had flashlights, many of the flashlights, they have a black button, and it's night, and you can't see where the button is, and you're trying to get to the button so you can turn it on and off and use it, and you have a hard time finding it. You're trying to feel where it is, and sometimes it's a little difficult. So I like that this PT16 also has the same feature as some of their other flashlights, like this PT18 Oath Keeper. And you can turn this feature off. So if you don't like this light being on, you can turn that off. So just be aware of that. So let me turn this light back on so it's not so dark. So just keep that in mind. And also, when you're charging this flashlight, the light here will also be red, showing it's charging. And when it's solid green, that means it's fully charged. If the light is orange while you're charging it, that means you have an issue and you need to check out everything to make sure everything's properly being taken care of and done. The battery, like I said, this is a 21700 lithium-ion battery flashlight. So let's go ahead and take this off. So this is the battery you get with it, 21700, sorry about the autofocus there, 5000 milliamp hours. I really like the 21700 form factor of a battery over the 26650s because those are really fat and thick batteries. They're short and fat and thick, but they also make the flashlight housing thicker. So I really like these new 21700 batteries over the 18650s just because they can hold more juice, and the form factor is pretty close to the thinness and diameter of an 18650 flashlight, but you get the added benefit of a little bit more battery storage or milliamp hours in the battery. So very nice there. So I'll go ahead and put that to the side here. Take another closer look at the flashlight. As I said, this is USB-C rechargeable. So you do have a USB-C port here on the side. So very nice there. It just kind of pops back there. Let me zoom back out. We'll take a look at the tail switch. I do like it has a nice knurling around here, so it's easy to unthread the tail cap or tail switch. So take that off there. Let's take a look at the tail switch and the spring here. Oh, very nice. Looks like it might be a double spring in there, so very good there. And let's take a look inside the flashlight here. I believe there's another spring down there, but I'm not going to be able to see it very well. Hold on, let's see if I can. There you go. Sorry, the autofocus isn't going to be the best, but there's another spring down there. So that is a dual spring design. So very nice there. Let's go ahead and put this back on, and I'll zoom back out so I'm not so close here. It does thread back on very smoothly, so that's very nice. So let's see what else. Let's go over. Oh, this is impact resistance. I showed you the dual springs. This is impact resistance resistant for 1 meter. This is also IP68 waterproof, good to 2 meters of submersion. And this flashlight does have a low voltage warning. So with that said, let's go over the specs or the outputs of this flashlight and its capabilities. So I'll go ahead and put that on the screen here so you can follow along with me. You have low at 10 lumens for roughly 31.1 hours. Medium, 130 lumens for 15.5 hours. High, 820 lumens for 150 minutes. Turbo's 2000 lumens. I put a little asterisk next to it because it says for 1 minute plus 90 minutes. So most likely that what that means is it's going to stay in turbo 2000 lumens for about a minute, and then it's going to go ahead and step down to protect itself. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but let me mention it now. This does have a thermostatic control module, and what that basically does is adjust the flashlight for brightness due to temperature. So like a lot of the flashlights nowadays, if it gets too hot, it's going to step down to protect itself. SOS is 120 lumens. The max throw on this flashlight is a little over 600 meters at about 608 meters. And the beam intensity is 92,500 candela. So very nice there. We're going to go ahead and take this outside and check out the beam shots and see how bright it is. And but first we're going to go ahead and do the UI. And I got to take a little break. You won't see it on the camera, but I got to charge the battery up to make sure it's fully ready for the UI and definitely for the night shots tonight, the beam shots. So a couple notes here real quick also about this light that I noticed. It does have a clip here, just so you know. It does have this, I don't know what they call this. I put this on the screen, but it helps it from rolling, so it won't roll so easily, but it still could roll a little bit. A couple other things I noticed, the flap that covers the USB-C, it comes off pretty easily. I mean, it snugs on there. You can feel it when it goes on there properly, but it does come off rather easily. So just one note, and this will not tail stand. As you can see, the way the tail switch is designed, it's not going to stand like I like a lot of flashlights to do. I do appreciate when flashlights can tail stand, so you can use them as a lantern in case you have a power outage. You just aim them at the ceiling, and it makes a really great lantern for those type of scenarios. But this one will not tail stand, so another thing to be aware of, you might be able to, of course, just lay it against something, so it's not a huge deal. But something I would like to make you aware of, that this flashlight unfortunately will not tail stand, and the USB-C flap does come off rather easily. So just an FYI there for you guys. So overall, I like the design. I like the way it looks. I like all the knurling on here. I always like the flashlights that have the battery level indicators. And like I just showed you earlier, the light that stays on when the flashlight's off to help you locate the flashlight, and especially at night if you're operating the flashlight, it helps you locate the side switch very quickly. Really like that, because like I said, many flashlights I have, the flashlight of course is black, you're outside in the darkness, and you're trying to find the side switch to operate the modes or whatever on the flashlight, and you can't find it, you have to feel around for it, and there's a little bit of a delay. So I do like that feature on the Brinytes, if they have that little light that stays on, and like I said, you can turn that off. So if it's something that's bothers you or annoys you, you can turn it off. In fact, they actually show that on the box too. I just looked at that. So you can see it also on the box here, so it shows that. So anyway, all right, well, enough of that. I don't want to make the video too long, so let's go ahead and go through the UI, and then we'll go ahead and take it outside and try it out in the dark. Okay, the UI or user interface on the Brinyte PT16 tactical flashlight, capable of 2,000 lumens and over 600 meters of throw. So pretty simple UI, and you got a couple ways of doing things. We're going to start out with the two tail switches. And real quick, before I get into the UI, I'm going to put on the screen the user interface. And so you guys, if you want, you can pause it, take a look at it, or take a screenshot and take a look at it further. So you should have seen that in your screen by now. So let's go ahead and do the UI here. So again, you got the two switches here. You got the switch here, which is instant strobe, and this is instant turbo, okay? So instant turbo, 2,000 lumens. Of course, the camera will auto adjust for brightness. Okay, you can either partially press for momentary or fully press to turn it on. So keep that in mind. Same with the strobe switch. So strobe warning here, just a momentary here. So instant strobe, as you can see. So very nice tactically. Really like that feature on a flashlight where you can get to strobe very quickly in case you needed it as a deterrent or a self-defense tool at night, or you could even use that during the day, of course. All right, so the user interface to access low, medium, high on this light from the tactical tail switch, you're going to go ahead and turn it on turbo, fully click it, and then you'll just hit the button, the secondary button, which you normally use for instant strobe, to cycle through. So we're going to go to low, medium, high, and back to turbo again. And let's see if it has memory in one of those. So let's do medium, we'll turn it off. And no, it doesn't have memory in that mode, so just something to keep in mind. It will just go back to turbo once you turn it off. Now there's another way to access all these features too, that is with the side switch. So We're going to press the side switch to turn it on. And it's in turbo at the moment. So we'll press it again. We should cycle through low, medium, high, turbo. We'll go back to low. Now to access the special modes, you're going to double click. This is going to be a strobe warning for everyone. So strobe warning, strobe again. Very nice, extremely bright. Can't even look at the wall, I have to look at the camera. Click it again, you're going to go to SOS. Okay, remember SOS drops down to 120 lumens, so keep that in mind. If you press the side switch just once, you're going to go back into your normal settings, low, medium, high, turbo, back to low. And to turn it off, you're just going to hold down the button and to turn it off. So you can access this flashlight multiple ways, the side switch or the dual tail switches. I prefer the dual tail switches. Obviously, you cannot access SOS through the tail switches. You're going to have to do that through the side switch, so as we just did. So anyway, with all that said, very impressed so far with this light. Very nice form factor. Very, very cool to operate. Like I said, I like the dual tail switches. I also like when some of the tactical flashlights have it where you can double press, like say the tail switch, you can go instantly into strobe. But with this light, you have the dual switches, so it makes it even easier. And I do like that little light they have on the little LED light they have on the side switch, which is the battery level indicator. As we talked about earlier, or show you, it'll be slightly lit at night, so you can either find the flashlight in the dark if it's sitting on a table or something, and you can also find the side switch in the dark as well. So I'll probably show that tonight when we go outside to test this Brinyte PT16 tactical flashlight in the dark. So that's coming up next, guys. Just gotta wait for the sun to go down, and we'll film that next. Okay, the sun has set here in sunny Florida in mid-August. Well, almost late August. We are out here with the Brinyte PT16 tactical flashlight. And before we start the outdoor beam shots, just wanted to show you what that side switch that's illuminated constantly looks like, and how that can be really useful in the dark to help you find the flashlight. I really like this on the Oath Keepers I have from Brinyte, some of the other flashlights from Brinyte. I really like this feature. One, if you need to find the side switch while you're operating, it's easy to find. And if you need to find the flashlight, it's easy to find. So I typically always leave this feature on. The Oath Keepers I have that I reviewed previously on the channel helps easily find the flashlights in the dark. And it's a very minimal drain on the battery. And do keep in mind, if you don't like this feature, you can just turn it off. There is in the instructions, I think you hold down the side switch or something for about 10 seconds. And you can turn this feature off if you wish. So if you're concerned about the battery or you just don't like it, you can turn that feature off. So we're going to go ahead and start in low here. First it goes into turbo, but we'll drop it in low. All right, so this is low. This is 10 lumens. And just so you know, I do try to adjust the camera to see what I'm seeing with my naked eye as best as I can. So bird bass right there are probably about 40 feet away from me. And that tree stump right there is about 125 feet away from me. And you can see there's a good amount of spill. There's a hot spot, obviously, but there's a good amount of spill. And this is only 10 lumens, so I mean, you could use this for light discipline to walk around or just see things. So I mean, you can all the way see up to the trees up there and everything. So pretty awesome there. Let's go ahead and bump it up to medium, 130 lumens. So this is 130 lumens. Camera's kind of adjusting there. Definitely see that tree stump out there. Can definitely see the hot spot really well into the trees. Lots of spill and a lot of throw in this flashlight. So very good there. Let's go ahead and bump it up to the next setting, which is high, 820 lumens. Kind of washing out the camera there. Camera is adjusting because it's so bright. Wow. Really awesome, guys. This is only 820 lumens. This is not turbo, which is 2000 lumens. So let's go to turbo, 2000 lumens. Yeah, really washing out my camera. So really bright. And you can see it into the sky. I mean, the beam is like, wow. So I'm gonna take a walk out there and I'll walk back and I'll drop it down as I come back so I don't disturb the neighbors. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the beam shots of the Brinyte PT16 tactical flashlight, capable of 2,000 lumens and over 600 meters of throw. Sorry about my little security light. That one's a little hard to turn off, guys, so that's why I don't mess with that one. There are some other lights in the property I do turn off because otherwise it would really mess up the shots. So I do apologize about that one on the side of my shed there. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video. I want to say a big thank you again to Brinyte for sending me the PT16. It's nice to have them back on the channel. It's been a while since I've had a flashlight from them to show you guys here on the channel. And like I said previously, I have been very impressed with their build quality and the features of their flashlights. So really appreciate that. So anyway, there will be links in the description. So please check those out. Check those out if you're interested. So again, thanks so much, guys. You guys take care. Have a good one and happy lumens. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care.